All right, Stephen, I always like to begin with some backstory so our viewers know exactly what is going on. We were
You
supposed
got
to
it.
have this interview earlier, but we couldn't because of two flat tires. Tell me about that experience.
Today we were in North Philly earlier today with a lot of glass, with a lot of debris in the road, and one of our writers, Dominic, who you've all met already, he had a flat that would try to change it, and I think the one of the pieces of glass still got stuck in the tire. So right after we changed the first flat, the second flat happened as well.
Now, what does that do to your spirit? I mean, I know that you guys have been at this for quite some time, hundreds of miles right now. You are so close to home. You're in Jersey now. What does that do to you, knowing you are almost at the goal and then this happens?
We're pretty used to flats, the flat tires. It just comes with the game. It comes with the territory.
Hmm.
So we were ready for it. Yeah, whenever you get a flat, you might be a little annoyed at that moment. But when that happens, we just try to center ourselves. Whenever we do get annoyed on this pilgrimage, whenever we get frustrated or even angry, which does happen, we just center ourselves on Christ and even say a prayer at times to
Oh.
center ourselves again.
That's great advice for anybody, not just for you guys. Stephen, we talked a little bit about you ahead of this interview, competitive track runner in high school. You've also biked across the U.S., so this is not necessarily a new experience for you. Your goal before was self-fulfillment. This goal is more important. Tell me about that.
Tell you about this upcoming
About
this
the goal,
pilgrimage.
about biking for vocations, because you've biked before, you've biked across the U.S., and that was for you, but this is more special.
So last summer, I biked for affordable housing, and when I did it across the country, I saw the lack of priests across the country, and that really startled me. And I think the Holy Spirit inspired me with this idea to bike across the country again, or the East Coast this summer, but this time for vocations, and this time for Christ. So something we've been trying to do is stop at Catholic churches, Catholic schools, and speak with the youth, speak with the young people about vocations, and just asking them to be open to God's calling for them, whether that's to the married life, to the marriage vocation, or to the religious life, or possibly even the priesthood, which we are encouraging. And we're trying to show these young people that a life in the priesthood is not boring, but it's so much fun and so joyful.
And the
Pope
word is
Francis.
getting out. The word is getting out. It's not just us now. You have media wherever you go. I think you pulled into Jersey to like a lot of media, correct?
In Jersey, we had some media, but yesterday in Philadelphia, when we pulled into St. Charles Seminary, we saw a crowd of people with cowbells, and there were three television stations there and multiple newspapers, and I did not know that was happening, and I think very few of us did, if any of us knew that. So the media is really hopping on board, and people are spreading the word about that. So I think that shows that this is not a man's mission; it's God's mission, and it's of God and not of man. This pilgrimage.
You've come a long way. Sometimes you guys get into a state and you don't even remember where you've been. But again, you're
Yeah,
closer to home right now. What has been the feedback about Bike for Vocations? Have people logged on? Have people been texting? What are you getting?
we are getting so the news and everyone on social media is just completely hopping on board. Today we had the Archbishop Wong, who's the head of all seminarians for the world, who works at the Vatican, who's like best friends with the Pope. He did the Bike for Vocations prayer challenge and even uploaded it on social media. So we have so many people, so many bishops, so many cardinals that are hopping on board on this, and pastors and laity as well. We're doing this Biking for Vocations prayer challenge. They're spending 45 minutes of prayer, then 45 minutes of exercise, and then they're asking their friends to join into this mission as well. So the feedback has just been amazing, and it just shows, like I said before, this is of God, this pilgrimage, not of man.
And now you're expected back to us on Saturday. Really quickly, when you arrive in Brooklyn, besides being thrilled to death that you're no longer biking, what do you anticipate feeling once you get here? And how do you keep this mission going?
I think I would feel a sense of accomplishment because I took a big leadership role in this summer when I did not have that last summer. Um, and just being how I was open at God's, the Holy Spirit for this pilgrimage. So I'm just very excited that it's been fulfilled. And for this next summer, I guess we'll see what the Holy Spirit wants.
We'll see what the Holy Spirit wants. Perfect last words, Stephen. Thank you. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. Keep the faith, and I know you will. We are looking forward to seeing you guys praying every day. Thank you so much for talking to us. You're very welcome. God bless.